Hey family, welcome back to the show. I'm your host Cassius, and today we're diving into something that we can all relate to, and that is the way our mind naturally drifts towards the negative and how to trick your brain into becoming your biggest supporter instead of your biggest critic. All right, now, tell me if this sounds familiar. You couldn't have an amazing day. You waked up this morning on time, you wake up on time, knock out all your to-do lists, and maybe even get a compliment or two. But then one thing goes wrong and somebody cuts you off in traffic. What do? A coworker says something slick and boom, your whole world has changed. Suddenly, it's like one thing cancels out and everything good happened doesn't even matter anymore. Why is that? Why does negative thinking feel so easier than being positive? See, let's break it down. And more importantly, let's talk about it. How can you retrain your brain to start working for you instead of against you? All right, here's the truth. Negativity isn't your fault. It's your wiring. See, thousands of years ago, our ancestors' number one job was survival. Their brain had to scan for danger 24/7. Predators, storms, rival tribes, whatever you name it. They weren't worried about being happy. They were worried about surviving, being alive. See, that same system called the negativity bias, it is still running to show us our brain is still going through it today. It's like having an ancient security guard living inside your head, constantly looking out for what could go wrong. Think about it. Your brain remembers one bad comment, not the 50 good ones. And it focuses on the bill that is due, not the paycheck already ahead. It clings to rejection longer than it celebrates success. It's not that you are a negative person, it's that your mind evolved to protect you over and over again and preparing you for danger. But here's a problem. In modern life, that same system backfires. You're not dodging wild animals anymore. You're dodging your self-doubt, your deadlines, your social media, your social comparison. So now your brain treats stress like danger. And if we're not intentional, that wiring can trap us in a cycle of fear, frustration, and what ifs. Before you can change your thoughts, you have to notice them. Most of us live on autopilot. We wake up scrolling through social media, absorbing other people's energy. And before we even know it, we eat breakfast and we're already told ourselves 5 negative things that happen about today. We don't even notice it, it's just normal for us. And then one of the most important, one of the most powerful shifts you can make is becoming the observer of your thoughts instead of the victim of them. I'm a victim. I'm a victim of my thoughts. I'm just kidding. Here's a trick. When you catch a negative thought, instead of saying, I'm not good enough or whatever, um, name returns, it's not a big deal. You step back and you see the thought as what it is, just a thought, not a fact. Because here's the thing, your brain produces around 600 or 60,000 thoughts a day, and about 80% of them are negative. Ooh, that's true. You can't control which thoughts show up, but you can absolutely control which ones you believe. I believe that. Now, that you know why your brain leans more to the negative, let's talk about how to trick it into seeing the positive more often. Your brain is like a muscle. It grows where it's focused. If you consistently feed it fear and self-criticism, it becomes fluent in those languages. But if you start feeding it gratitude, calm, and confidence, it begins to crave more of that instead, realness. Here are a few practical brain hacks you can start using today. Every time you catch yourself thinking about one negative thought, balance it out with 3 positive ones. For example, I feel behind. Okay, what are 3 things that are going right? What is something that is good? I'm learning, I'm showing up, I'm still growing. Over time, that rewiring or that rewires your neutral pathways, literally, so your brain becomes more effective at finding the good. Gratitude isn't just about thank you, it's about feeling appreciated in your body. Take 30 seconds every morning to think of the moment, just one, that made you feel peace, love, and joy. Replace it like a movie or replay it like a movie. Replay it like a movie, replay it like a movie, replay it like a movie. The emotional release dopamines and serotonin, that same chemical responsible for happiness and motivation. Oh, okay, scientific fact, or this is mental health facts. This is a mental health month. Change your environment. Your brain is constantly collecting data from your surroundings. If your space, your feed yourself a circle of full of negativity, your mind will mirror it. Protect your peace. Filter what you consume. Follow people who inspire you. Fill your space with reminders of who you want to become. Who you want to become? Who do you want to become? All right. Anyways, thank you for tuning in today's episode. This was very great and helpful. If this message resonates with you, share it with someone who has been fighting their own mental battles lately. And remember, thinking positively isn't about ignoring reality. It's about creating a better one. Until next time, keep your thoughts light, your heart open, and your energy high. You're not just changing your mind, you're changing your life. That's pretty good. Even though I'm stuffy. Okay, so 5 o'clock. We have had a long day. I took Minty to gym this morning. That was rough, but we did it. We pushed through because I was on a time crunch and we were 30 minutes late. Good. Guess I need to start waking up before 8 o'clock again. And soccer game, the kids did not win their game, so they were throwing a hissy fit, and I had bought them Chick-fil-A, and I gave it to the other team because they won. But my kids, I had brought them fruit for them to play better, but they were out there eating chips. I was so mad when I was like, why y'all eat chips? Like, you have a game in like literally 10 minutes, y'all eating Funyuns. Like, they can't get nothing out of no Funyuns. Oh my gosh. I mean, the Funyuns don't really have a lot of calories, but like, it wasn't hydrating. And so I was like bringing them watermelon and stuff. I was like, I'm trying to do too much. Anyways, this was so much fun. Great podcast. Podcast Cash. Podcast Cash. I'll actually post this. This is actually really fun. I should start doing this more often. However, I do love this angle.